Hello friends, welcome to Live Traveling. Today we'll see
where to stay in Mexico City, neighborhoods and area guide. If you're looking for the perfect balance between the old world and the new, Mexico City has the charm and tradition of the Aztec people balanced perfectly with the mariachi modern square of Garibaldi. With rich, historic features lining its streets, from ruins to museums, Mexico City has plenty to offer visitors. One of the biggest and oldest cities in the Americas, this capital has something for everyone, whether you're looking to satisfy your hunger with spicy eats or in search of architecture and cultural heritage to sate your appetite. Centro Historico, with its famous, antique churches spread throughout the Zócalo, the city's public square, Centro Historico has the second largest square in the world and is definitely a sight worth seeing. Built directly from the historic foundations of the ancient people's destroyed capital, you can still feel the history contained within this area, from the cathedral, over 2 centuries old, to the remaining ruins of the Great Temple. If you are feeling nostalgic, visit the museums at Templo Mayor, along with the National Palace and the country's largest flag to date. Make sure to stop by the Palace of Fine Arts and its adjoining park. You can also check out the view of the city from Mirador Torre Latino. The beating heart of the city, Centro Historic, is also a modern-day tourist location, with vibrant nightlife, shops, and restaurants along Avenida Madero. Chapultepec Park, for a bit of a nature hit in the middle of the city, Chapultepec Park is the largest in the area. Dedicated originally to an Aztec ruler, it still stands today as the Capitalino's residential getaway, and provides you with a peek directly into Mexican culture. In this area, you can also enjoy a visit to the National Anthropological Museum, where they host the Voladores de Papantla ritual every day. With over 650 hectares solely dedicated to art and nature, enjoy a stroll through the botanical garden, take in the gorgeous lakes, and even visit the zoo, theater, or museums. If you are a history buff, take the time to visit Chapultepec Castle, which was once the former imperial mansion and is now the National History Museum. At the entrance of the park, pass by the Monument of Young Heroes, which memorializes the Mexican-American War. Xochimilco, weaving through the south of Mexico City, Xochimilco is a quaint area with hundreds of canals and a series of man-made islands. It has an uncanny resemblance to Venice, which is why it was named the Venice of the New World. The word Xochimilco, which actually means where the flowers grow, takes its name from the floating gardens surrounding the area, a stunning vision to check out. It was named a UNESCO World Heritage Site 30 years ago because of its use of lagoons in the city's basin. This floating city has many floating gardens, or chinampas, that give it a unique character. These gardens were created and designed by farmers who pulled together reed rafts and mud and somehow were able to grow flowers, fruits, and veggies right on the water. The trajineras are the flat-bottomed boats that go throughout the city, viewing these beautiful gardens along the canals, a truly unique and magical experience. Polanco is Mexico City's prestigious commercial district. Polanco seems to reflect a European style, with sophisticated Paseo de Reforma, and its educated and diplomatic population. Although it may seem fancy, there are plenty of places to get an authentic Mexican dish and dessert, or pop into one of the little coffee shops and bakeries. If you're looking for an upscale stay in Mexico City, choose this shopping district. If you are tired from a full day of shopping and satiated from an extravagant dinner experience at Pujol, visit the Museum of Modern Art the following day, to add a bit of history into your vacation. Condesa, for a bohemian, Art Deco vibe, head over to Condesa. With its modern, off-the-beaten-path shops, eclectic bars and art galleries, it is easy to get the artsy vibe from this area of Mexico City. To experience the progressive and modern side of Mexico City, take a walk along Avenida Insurgentes, which will lead you not only to a modern taste of the area, but also give you full access to palm-fringed esplanades and peaceful parks. If you are looking for a safe place to stay within a few kilometers of historical landmarks and museums, this area is the perfect locale for you and your family. Roma. If you are finished with Condesa, take a quick trip away to Roma, which is a great district in Mexico City to get a bit lost and soak up the atmosphere. Not only will you be able to peruse the wares from hundreds of local vendors selling Mexican trinkets, you will also stumble across some uniquely beautiful architecture that really displays the Mexican culture. In this area, they pride themselves on their laid-back attitude, so if you're looking to relax, this is the perfect place for you. Visit the many bars and clubs, meeting other like-minded people who might be tourists too, or some of the friendly locals. With a bohemian spirit and relaxed atmosphere, you will feel safe and stick to your budget during your time in the capital. Coyoacán. With an old town feel, Coyoacán is littered with colorful cobblestone roads, a charming town square, old mansions, and many museums for a taste of history. This part of Mexico City was home to Diego Rivera and Frida Kahlo, two extremely famous and prominent Mexican artists. If you're in the area on Sundays, check out the public market or visit the Colonial del Carmen, the authentic city center, a perfect place to meet artists and intellectuals, stroll by craftsmen at work, and see colorful, local street performances. Make sure you stop by La Casa Azul, Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera's famous home. Walking from the Jardín Centenario Park, you can visit the 16th century San Juan Bautista Cathedral and head to the Bazaar Artesanal Mexicano to pick up some souvenirs. San Angel. Right next door to Coyoacán, San Angel was historically the place for Spanish nobles to rest and leave the royal life behind them. Nowadays, it is a vibrant and colorful addition to Mexico City. The Bazaar del Sábado is located at the Plaza San Jacinto, and here you can stroll the markets and scavenge for antique treasures, artisanal souvenirs, and local crafts. During your stay in the area, relax at the plentiful cafes and restaurants before making your way to the more famous tourist spots, such as the Baroque Iglesia San Jacinto, a 16th-century church with a Baroque altar, and the Casa del Risco, a Baroque fountain constructed from broken porcelain. Try to plan your trip to arrive in time to see the beautiful flower market or the Fiesta de los Muertos in November. Santa Fe. If you really are looking for the modern take on New Mexico, Santa Fe is an up-and-coming neighborhood only 5 miles away from the downtown area. If you are coming to Mexico City for business, you will probably be directed to Santa Fe, its area laden with high-tech and international companies, banks, a university, and a shopping mall. Zona Rosa. For a sweet balance between traditional Mexican architecture and modern comforts, Zona Rosa, which means the pink zone, lies slightly west of Mexico City's center. On the streets of this exclusive neighborhood, you will find everything you're looking for, from businesses to street vendors. You can also visit Torre Mayor and the Golden Angel, perched atop the Monumento a la Independencia. For shopping, browse the area's jewelry stores, silver shops, restaurants, bars, and clubs. If the motive for your travel to Mexico City is to get the best deals in a modern part of town, this neighborhood is for you. Roma Norte. Completing the final side of the La Condesa, Hippodromo Triangle. Roma Norte is the more retiring of the three. In the daytime at least. What it lacks in landmarks, it more than makes up for in exceptional nightlife and vibrancy. Often donned as Mexico City's coolest neighborhood, Roma Norte captures the hearts of those who visit. With just the right amount of hipster cafes and indie shops, there is a village feel to this inner-city suburb. You could even call it a microcosm. Locals are uber-friendly and embrace newcomers as their own. It won't be long until you find yourself sat on the pavement chatting in Spanglish with your newfound friends. Roma Norte is best known for its nightlife, and it certainly does not disappoint. Do not leave town without having a night out at Patrick Miller, Mama Rumba, or Janice. In Mexico City, Uber is your best transport option. For example, reaching Centro Historico on public transport is unnecessarily lengthy.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe.